Thanks for listening to this episode of JJ Meets World. If you want full enjoyment of this, you need to go back and listen to the episodes Air D&D and the Butterslide Battle. Those have all the setup to what we're going in the third part of this trilogy series. And if you really, really want full enjoyment, you should probably Google Dungeons and Dragons just to understand a little bit of what we are doing in this thing. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. This episode of JJ Meets World is brought to you by Natalie Deutsch of Hatch Realty. Natalie has a proven track record to get your home sold faster and for more money. She is consistently focused on her clients' needs and wants throughout the entire process and make sure that they are well taken care of. If you're looking to buy or sell, reach out to Natalie today. On average, Natalie sells a home every 3.74 days. That's at least 2 a week. And last year, Natalie earned her clients on average over $4,000 above list price on their homes. And you don't have to take our word for it. Here's some of the great reviews Natalie has received. I was overwhelmingly impressed with Natalie and all the Hatch team. She was very responsive and responded to all of the emails within an hour. She gave great advice and encouragement from the listing and pictures, the offer, and all the closing details. The marketing team knew exactly how to promote my property, and I was pleased by how soon and easily my property received an offer. I was actually dreading selling my condo, and Natalie did such an awesome job that I felt like I really didn't need to do anything. The thing I most appreciated was that she really listened to what I wanted to do and respected my decisions. I would definitely recommend Natalie and all the Hatch Realty team. They made this process so wonderful. That was from Diane. So listen, if you're in the mood to buy or sell a home, give Natalie a call right now. You can reach her at 701-388-9338. Natalie, Natalie, at hatchrealtyfm.com, or you can go to livefargomorehead.com. That's livefargomorehead.com and find out some information. Huge thanks to Natalie Deutsch of Hatch Realty for sponsoring JJ Meets World.
1, 2, 3, 4. J.J. Gordon, sort of like that Indiana Jones, in that he's always sniffing out his next adventure. Yes, he is. He's always interviewing guests so he can have them on his show and they can talk about pop culture, arts, and leisure. J.J. has his flag unfurled and he likes his french fries curled, and he's fun and then he twirls as he goes to meet the world. He will march into the rain even if his ankle sprained. Take a peek inside his brain. This podcast is called JJ Meets World.
Welcome back, adventurers. We'll briefly recap what has happened. From the very first episode, you had recently finished an adventure and you wandered into a town, and the town was overtaken and you fought it off. While fighting it off, 3 children appeared to you, 2 little boys and a little girl, and they offered their help. You shunned them. And
they were children.
Because they were children.
Looking out for their best interest.
And turns out they went off and aligned themselves with some kind of magical creature running in a mountain off. You ventured to the mountain. You encountered a man named Kevin Kennedy who had a bunch of children who were very lazy, but he knew about potions. You also fought the little girl, what seemed to be the spirit of this little girl, in sort of a ghost-like video grudge type type situation. You slashed the walls of this cave, which appears to have killed everyone in a nearby village. You defeated
we light
her.
it all on fire?
Yeah, I mean, you took,
Yeah.
I guess, you destroyed the film and therefore killed everyone in this town, unknowing to you. You ended up in this town. There was nobody in it. It was a ghost town at this point. You ventured on and took on Butterslide in a canyon. During that time, Natty Bumpo. I got to remember what your characters' names are. Natty Bumpo has 6 dogs now that tour around with her. And patreon.com/JJ Meets World almost drowned. You were knocked unconscious, and Brent Brandt ripped the nipples off of the big bad and lost all of his clothes and DJ equipment.
Yep.
While
but I got
in
a
battle.
reed hand.
But now you've got a hand that is reformed that is different types of reeds. So you can suck on the reed for a minute and moisten it and then play musical notes. You attempted after that last battle to follow these little Lego minifigs to where they were headed because they drained all of the blood from that last creature. They wanted to take its essence. Unfortunately, because Phil's character was completely naked at the time, he was taking 5 points of damage for every 5 minutes he was in this high brush. So you decided to leave the brush, leave the minifigs, go back to this town. You went back to this town. Phil's character went into the nunnery and is now wearing a nun's habit.
Yep. Sister Mary Clarence.
Sister Mary Clarence. And
Back in the habit.
There was a picture of Lauryn Hill in one of the pockets. And when you walked out, you noticed that there was a light at the saloon. You walked into the saloon and there were about 30 people in there. And an old man turned to you and said, "What did you do?" And then suddenly you're knocked unconscious.
Now that's an adventure.
Right. So Phil, you're 30 hit points down. You were revived fully.
Yeah.
But now you're 30 hit.
I'm
30
30
hit points down.
because I have written down 90, which is 40 down, but I'll be at 100.
Yeah, 30 is what I've
30.
got from
Okay.
wearing it. And you're wearing a nun's habit.
Yep.
Jason, you still have a Beanie Baby filled with healing potion.
I sure do.
You've got your 6 dogs. Britta, you're in full health. Phil, you don't have any spells because you used...
I have no spells, but
You-
I do have my dubstep and moves like Jagger stuff because I still have a
Correct.
clarinet and a ukulele
Correct.
and a reed hand.
Awesome. Are you excited for this?
I am.
All right. So, all right, adventurers, we begin. Each of you comes to consciousness in a room without anybody else in it.
Is it lit? Is it dark?
It's there's some torches on the wall. Phil, your room clearly is made up of stone.
We're not in same rooms?
You're not in
or-
the same room. You're in
Oh.
separate rooms.
Okay.
So it's damp. It smells like it's wet. Britta, the room that you wake up in is clearly some kind of a barn. So there's hay.
Okay.
There are rafters.
Is there animal excrement?
No, there is not. But it smells like
Animals have been here.
right.
Is there? Am I tied up or anything?
Yep.
Or I am tied
Yep.
up.
You're lashed to a chair. All 3 of you are
We're
lashed to chairs.
What's my room look like?
I just told you.
It's
You said that hers
it's
is a barn.
stone.
Mine is
There's
just
torches
stone.
on the wall.
That's
Stone,
it?
yeah, it's
Stone
stone.
and torches?
It's stone.
Okay.
It's wet.
I thought you were just saying that Brito's in that.
No.
Okay.
I'm in a barn.
Is this how we're starting this third adventure?
I guess.
Someone get this guy a cup of coffee. Jason, your room looks like a courtroom, but the kind of courtroom you'd see in a medieval type setting. So, where the priest would be, or I'm sorry, where the judge would be, it'd be like
Medieval
a priest,
times, it's
right?
one and the same.
Exactly, right. So there's an area where a jury could be, but it's a very formal room, but it's dusty. It's old. It looks like it hasn't been used in quite a while. All 3 of you, again, are lashed to chairs and you're immobile. You could use a spell that doesn't require any particular hand movements if you really wanted to. And we'll start with patreon.com/JJMeetsWorld. An old woman enters and she looks at you and she pulls out a small oil painting that she keeps in her cloak.
Oh.
And the small oil painting is of a child, and she proceeds to tell you that her granddaughter lived in this village and you murdered her.
I mean, technically, I don't know that I specifically was the one that murdered your granddaughter.
Did you stop it?
No, there wasn't really a way to stop it. And if we look at this from a greater good perspective, we did what we had to do.
To do what? This is a prosperous village.
There was a monster, little girl, and
We see no sign of a monster.
well, that
all we
you
see-
don't now because we took care of that, and unfortunately, there were some other casualties.
Interesting. She walks out of the room. Someone walks into Phil's room. It's a teenage boy. This teenage boy explains that he was at university, and when he came home, he found that his parents had disappeared.
My parents disappeared too.
Really? From this village?
Not from this village.
I was told that you murdered everyone in this village.
Who told you that?
That's what we've been told from the child who came here one day and said that 3 adventurers came through and sacked the village.
A child came in and said that adventurers sacked the village, and you just straight up believed them?
Yeah, because everyone in this village disappeared, and this used to be a prosperous village. And then we went to our wise man, Kevin Kennedy, and it was a bloodbath inside of his house. The only one left alive was young John, who had been blinded. And he told us that 3 adventurers had come to seek his father's counsel, and now everyone's dead.
And why do you think that was us?
Because all signs seem to point to you. If it smells like shit and it tastes like shit, it's probably shit.
Or coconut.
And also, you haven't said that you didn't do it. You just keep saying, why do you think it's us?
Yeah, I want to know why you think we did it.
Because people have told us that you did it.
Like who?
And I'm going to law school. That's what I'm studying at university.
Who told you? You said a kid.
Yeah, a young boy.
What, did the boy give a name?
No. We didn't ask the name. We were just more worried about this.
So do you
he traveled to villages all around here and told of what these 3 adventurers had done.
Do you regularly just take the word of some child who wanders in and won't give their name?
Yeah.
My name is Brent Brandt, by the way.
Okay, Brent Brandt the murderer.
Brent Brandt the bard.
I mean, really, you need to give me something better than this, because all I know is that you murdered all of the nuns and now you wear their clothing. Like some kind of barbarian.
I did not kill the nuns. I found this because I was naked, because I was killing a monster.
So you think we should believe you because you ended up naked while killing a monster over a little boy who is fully clothed and had a pretty well put together story.
So clothes beats no clothes when it comes to truth?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to talk with the elders.
Go talk to the others.
He leaves. A mother comes into Jason's room carrying a newborn babe. And the mother says, I know that you did not mean to kill everyone in this village. It's clear that you were in a wrong place at the wrong time.
It was.
And I know that you freed them from not just one monster, but several.
Tried.
So why come back here?
Because we don't think the threat's over. I still think people are in danger.
It's not to just loot the town because you knew that you needed things.
Look at me.
That we could have.
I'm fabulous.
I know.
What would I need from a ghost town?
I don't know. That's why we're worried as you came back here and there's no real need to come back here. Shouldn't you be at the mountain?
Well, yeah. If we could get out of here, I can go back to the mountain. Just wanted to feed my dogs too. Hey, by the way, have you seen my dogs?
Yeah, they're being cared for in the stables.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. They're fine. We've also had our weaponsmith take a look at all of your weapons and your party's weapons just to ensure that we're going to be all right. Nothing's cursed.
Well, they're magical.
Yeah, but there's a difference between magic and curse.
I'm aware. I wanted to make sure you're aware.
Oh, we're very intelligent.
By the way, what's the little guy's name?
Oh, this is Peter Pimples.
Is Pimples a family name?
It is. I'm Petunia.
Petunia Pimples.
Yep.
That's a lot of pee-pee in the family.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit. We come from a long line of pimples. And my maiden name is Warts.
Oh, I see. So the word's Pimple.
Yeah.
So what's Peter's papa's
name?
Yeah, he's Papa Pimples. Pedro.
Yeah.
Pleased.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm Nettie Bumpo.
If you'd... I like that. That's a nice name. If you'll give me a moment, I need to confer with the elders. And she leaves. After about a half an hour, each of your guides comes back in and offers you 3 the exact same sentence. We'll let you go, but we want to keep one of you. We want to keep you here just to make sure that you're not planning on pillaging this village again. So you need to have a show of good faith and let us keep one of you. We'll let you make the decision. So they leave for a little bit, and you're alone to think about this offer that they've made to you. You're also given water. They give you some really good, like, Italian bread. No oil or anything, but
Fine.
like
if
it's some good
if
bread.
it's fresh, you don't need it.
Yeah, right. It's so good. So good. They have not shown any sign of hostility while you've been captured, with the exception of capturing you.
And tying us up.
Yep, exactly. So each of your guides comes in and they say you get to make the choice which one you would like us to keep. Brent Brandt.
Is there anybody who wants to volunteer? Because if
You can't
can't
talk
talk
to
to each other.
You're all
Oh,
separate
never mind.
rooms.
Oh,
I've made my choice.
so they're asking me 1st.
Mhm.
I'd be willing to stay.
'Kay.
I could offer this town something. I'm a bard. I could sing for you.
Mhm.
Could be entertainment at your inn. Maybe not lure, but maybe bring more people in who would maybe want to repopulate the town.
Okay, so insourcing
Like a
is your
regular Pied Piper.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, they go to patreon.com/JJ Meets World.
As a halfling barbarian, keep the bard. You know, we don't need the sing song. So I would say you should keep Brent Brandt.
Okay.
The
Then
bard.
and you say the bard as well.
Yeah. She appears, and I just. Brent.
Yeah, she stopped. She's not even shutting the door yet, and you're already yelling from across this courtroom. Brent Brandt. You can keep Brent Brandt.
Yep.
She goes, all right, I'll take your decision back to council. They go back. They leave. Another half hour goes by, and Phil is the only one who's untied. Phil is free, and they explain to you that the selfless act of choosing yourself is why you have freed yourself
Oh,
from this cave where you're by yourself.
okay.
And they tell you that you've got about 5 minutes to leave town before they kill you, and they ask for the nuns' clothes back.
To leave town?
To leave town.
I thought you were going to keep somebody.
We were testing you to
Oh,
see what you
okay.
thought. So,
Is there anything else I could wear? Like maybe you have some just cloth scraps?
dude, we let you go.
Okay.
We owe you nothing.
I'll start taking off the nun's habit.
Okay. They're all in awe of your naked form, by the way.
Nice.
Like, they can't believe it. It is, they've never quite seen something like this
Yeah.
before.
I'll do a little jig for them while
Oh my God.
it's like reminiscent to the end of the Full Monty.
The female elder who's been like, a part of this whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
it clearly has like the vapors and faints when she sees this.
Very nice. So before I leave, I'll say, what about my friends?
Oh, they're gonna have to stay here.
They have to stay here?
Yeah. Sorry.
Is there anything I could do?
Well, I mean, I guess, there's always been this. We have a haunted well. I guess if you cleared that haunted well, that would
If
be a
I
sign of good
personally-
faith.
Or can my friends join me?
Oh no, they're captured.
So I have to cleanse this well myself?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go cleanse this well.
They lead
Do
you.
I have to do it naked?
We're not giving you any clothes.
All right, I'll do it naked.
They lead you to this well, and this well is, like a standard well. It
Sure.
comes up about 4 feet worth of brick. There's a bucket hanging. There's a town idiot who stands by it, and he goes, "My job is to make sure that if any ghosts come out of this well, that the people of the city know what's going on."
When's the last time you saw the ghost?
It's been 24 days.
24 days. What's your
I know
name?
because I count on my fingers and toes, and I've got exactly 24.
What's your name?
My name is Dan DeMarks.
Dan, you've seen this ghost?
Oh, there's a lot of ghosts.
There's a lot of ghosts.
Yeah, they come out of here. They're always going around. Every now and then I try and take this can and bust them, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
But damn Mark, they ain't afraid no ghost.
Do you know how deep the swell is?
Oh, no, but you can throw a penny down there and it goes forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, there's got to be water, though, isn't there?
No, that's why all the ghosts are here, because it's all dried up.
Okay. Is there like a bucket and
There's a bucket.
rope and everything?
Yeah. You want to go down the thing?
I'll go down.
All right. Do you crawl into the bucket?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna lower the whole. I don't want somebody to lower me. I want all the rope to go as down as far as it'll go, and then I'll climb down the rope.
Okay.
Because I don't trust Dan to like lower me.
Okay. So you release the bucket.
Yep.
And it, clunk.
Oof.
So it goes down a good way.
Yeah. All right.
Tell me step by step what you're going to do.
I will kind of like rub my hands together, get them all nice and warmed up, and I will first test the rope to make sure it's solid, that it's not going to wind down anymore, or that the structure will hold me.
Okay.
Yeah. Does it seem solid?
Seems pretty solid.
All right. Well, I'm going to slowly climb down the rope.
Okay.
It's close to like the well, like how big diameter?
It's probably about 4 feet across.
4 feet. So
Yeah,
it's,
so it's tight.
nothing. I can't like put 1 foot on the edge and my back on the other end.
You sure could if
I
you want
can?
to, but remember,
Yeah.
you are buck naked.
I know that, but
Okay,
I
so-
do want something to help sturdy me.
Okay,
So
sure. Okay.
I'm gonna start lowering myself down the well, climbing
Okay.
down the rope.
You get to the bottom, but you've taken 30 points worth of damage from scraping your back on the old, like, brick wall of the well.
Can I borrow your pencil?
Yep, you sure can.
Another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, like, it hurt. Like, your back hurts. Like, it's all scraped up. It
Okay.
hurts.
All right. I get down to the well. Can I see anything?
Nope, it's pitch
Pretty
black.
dark, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. Oh. Let's see. I will have my triangle with me. I'm gonna ding ding ding.
The dinging seems to produce a small amount of light.
Yes.
Yeah, like almost as if the well is singing to you. So you've begun a song and it's singing back. And the small amount of light, I mean, you'd have to put it all the way up against the wall and like walk around it to be able to see anything.
Sure. I'll pull out my clarinet
Okay.
and I'll do a little bit more.
Even more light now.
Nice.
It's as if, it's not bright by any means, but you can make out the sides of the wall all around you.
Okay. I'll continue playing and then like kind of journey around. How big of a space is this?
It is pretty much like there's a dirt floor and there's a little tiny channel that must be where the water comes from.
Okay.
Nothing more than that. It's dry down there, so no bigger than like a foxhole.
Okay. Do I see any like bones or anything? I'm
No, but
looking
you
for-
do see a lever on the wall.
Ooh, I will pull the lever.
Okay. Suddenly, water
Why not?
immediately starts filling
Yeah.
into this place.
Okay. I'll pull it back down.
All right. There is some etching next to the wall.
Ooh, I'll take a look at the etching.
Okay. It says in the up position, water, and then a picture of a ghost with a slash through it. And then the bottom says no water, and then just a picture of a ghost.
Okay. Well, I'll pull the lever up and then I will start climbing up the rope again.
Okay. And on your way up, how are you climbing?
I'm gonna climb the rope, but I will I will use my back and feet if I need to, if I'm feeling unsturdy. But for the most part, I'm just gonna climb up hand over hand.
You absolutely have to use the back. Your
I
back
do.
to get up.
I will use my back
It's
to
tight.
get
You're
up.
not strong enough to like pull yourself up there.
I will suffer 30 more points of damage to
Roll
do
a
it.
1d6.
a D6.
It is 60 feet deep. How many feet do you get before the water catches up to you? You get
Roll a
50
5.
feet.
Nice.
So there's 10 feet left on this. Roll percentiles.
percentiles.
You need 65% or more to beat the well to the top.
44.
44. So you're going to take an additional 20 points of damage from kind of choking as this water is getting higher and higher. And you can't like float up necessarily with it.
Okay.
But you get to the top, you jump out of the side of that
sure
thing.
do.
And Dan is there and he goes, "Oh my God, you did it."
I did it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Doesn't sound like Christopher Walken.
So I'm going to get a big bucket of water and drink it. So he takes a big bucket of water and he drinks it. And then he takes the bucket off the hook and brings it to the town people and shows them that you have brought water back. Meanwhile, the well itself is now giving off kind of like an odd light. And so's the bucket that he has. They come and each of your guides come into the rooms and they say, "You are free to go. Your friend has banished the ghosts from our town." And so they lead you out to the front and they said, "We still don't understand why you killed everyone in this village. We do not want you here. You obviously have some odd luck. And we'd like to give you this." And it's a bucket of water, but it's glowing.
Is it ever filling?
Where can I get my shit?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on. And they bring out your dogs and they bring out your weapons
Thank you.
and they bring out some clothes for Phil.
Yes.
Finally.
Is it a habit again, or is it something else?
No, it is a red leather coat that they found in a bowling alley years ago. And and a pair of swim trunks that said "Juice It" on the butt.
Juice it?
Juice it.
Not juicy.
Not juicy. Juice
Juice it.
Yep.
Okay.
And they explained that at one point in this town, they had a juice bar that went under, and so they're still trying to get rid of all the swag.
That's why they went,
Sure.
I'm assuming that's why they went under.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
Too much
'Cause
overhead.
Too much overhead, yeah.
Yeah.
Too much swag.
Thank you.
In the bucket that they've given you, it's glowing from the inside. The bucket itself isn't glowing, but it's glowing from the inside.
Like the water is glowing.
Like something's making the water glow.
Where's the sheriff who flashed the bright light? Or the old man?
The old man, they explained that he's still in the saloon, that it was his children who had, like he used to be the mayor of this town and he was banished. And it was his children who had taken over control of the town.
Why was he banished?
He's banished because he was corrupt.
Now why is he back?
Because he heard tell that the town was in need. And even though the town turned its back on him, he never turned his back on the town.
Seems suspect that he would know that the town just needed him when he's been banished and show up at the same time that we happen to accidentally kill everyone in the town.
Just to be clear, are you going to frame this guy for the murder of the town? Is that what your intention
I
is?
mean,
We
it
did fight
seems
his
like
grandchildren.
he might be.
Not his grandchildren.
Oh.
Because remember, this is the town that has now been wiped off the map. You started in a completely different town.
Okay. So this is no relation to the three children
No.
that we quote, air quote, saved.
Right.
Right. Okay.
What's the name of the kid
They
that
were
we,
in town patient 0, number 1.
What's the name of the kid that we still have to fight?
I don't remember.
Randy.
Yep, Randy. Randy is the last kid. Is
Okay. Well, we'll call him Randy from now on.
So
Yep.
we should get to the mountain.
that what you want to do?
I guess.
When they described the kid that came in and said, "Hey, these guys," was that description of Randy?
Sounds just like Randy.
All right. I'll ask some of the town folk. Do you know where that kid went? Like what direction?
Yeah, he headed back towards the mountain.
Back towards the mountain? All right. Thanks. Let's head back to the mountain.
I guess. Now that you have clothes.
No shirt,
Juice it.
no boots. Just
But
the
hey,
swim trunks and this
And
leather
the
coat.
jacket.
But it's
an awesome leather
it's
coat.
such an awesome leather
It is
coat.
distinctive, And
Yeah?
it's not duster length, but it's longer than a normal leather jacket.
Nice.
It's awesome. So you head back. You traverse. Now, you pass the clearing before you enter in the cave where you knew that Kevin Kennedy's house was. Do you want to go back there, or do you want to keep going straight to the mountain?
Investigate it
I mean,
because it's
we're-
supposedly gone now. right?
Sure, why not? He might have left some healing potions behind.
Yeah.
Okay. And Blind John.
And Blind John.
You make your way back. There's the decomposing corpse of that giant that you
Oh,
pass
yeah.
by.
Yep.
And you finally get to a mushroom-shaped house that is the home of Kevin Kennedy and his children. When you walk up to it, the door is ajar and there is blood, like bloody handprints on the door.
Hmm.
I'm going to take out my Tiffany sword. Just, precautions.
Good move.
Yeah.
Good move.
Thanks.
I'm gonna start wetting my reed hand.
Which reed?
My middle finger,
Oh, okay. The oboe.
the oboe.
Nice.
I'll brandish my big old pipe with jagged edge.
Nope, you don't have it anymore, remember?
I thought I took it back.
You couldn't find it because his body kind of like ballooned away
Damn it.
with the pipe in it.
I will take out my shield made of horns.
Your horny shield?
My horny shield.
You got it. You walk into Kevin's house, and it is clear that a massacre has taken place. There is blood everywhere. There's single pieces of body parts. It stinks like death. Everything has been rooted through. There are no potions, and you actually note the fact that it seems like someone has stolen a huge stockpile of potions. And you hear some clanking around, and holding a rolling pin facing the opposite direction of you are is young blind John Kennedy saying, "Get out of here! Get out of here! I'll get you."
I'll say, come with us. Come with us, John.
He swings around and throws the rolling pin directly at the three of you. Everyone roll a 1d6. You need a 4 or above.
3.
5. Reroll. One of you is getting smacked with this rolling pin.
2.
All right. Take 5 points of damage.
Hey, that's fine. I'm soaking it all up.
Doomph.
I'll say, John, follow the sound of my voice.
We're friends.
Remember, we met before.
Are there any shoes around here?
That's all you want. You just want to just take.
Actually, I want to take you out of here, and I'll see. Do one of my dogs like? I'll have them come towards the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of them?
A trained seeing eye dog.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say
Ooh.
it was like one of them taking a liking to him.
Yeah, they seem to know John.
Oh,
Yeah. And one of them kind of grazes John's leg, and he leans down and he like pets the dog, and he lets the dog lick him in the ear, and he immediately knows. He goes, "You've got the pups of 6."
Yep.
He goes, "We raised these dogs from pups for their magical abilities."
I see. What did the pups of 6 do?
Oh, that was my sister Grace was the one who took care of them, but she's dead.
Yeah, but you surely know.
I really have been concentrating a lot more on other aspects. I've been getting into weaving, and so in fact, he shows you to a tapestry he's been working on, but he's blind.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine what this tapestry looks like. He goes, "This is the tale of my family, Kennedy." And it is just
It looks like
garbage.
the murder scene.
No.
Looks like a
It's just-
Jackson Pollock of fabric.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And like he's changed materials halfway through. Like it starts with regular thread and then it goes to yarn and then what looks like horsehair.
Oh, sure. Unique.
Yeah.
He should be able to his hands should know the different textures.
Yeah, he says you would think so, but I'm only newly blind. So I really haven't figured out which of my senses is going to heighten. Although he does go, one of you's wearing a red leather coat.
Yes, I am.
He goes, I can smell the dye
Yeah.
in the leather.
How's your Twitter page?
It's pretty popular right now. All the birds love it.
Ah, great.
I suppose you came here to try and steal some more potions?
Yep.
Well, we're out. My dad's dead.
Yep.
And like, it's not even like in a fun dead. Like, we don't know where all of his estate papers are. I'm probably going to lose the mushroom house.
Well, you wouldn't be able to find him anyway. You're blind.
Right. Good call. I don't even think about that anymore. Good call, Brent Brandt.
Well, why don't you obviously know these pups? They know you.
Yeah.
Better than being cooped up in this house making art.
Maybe you should
with
come
us.
with us.
Really? I could?
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, that'd be
Sure.
great. Let me just grab one of my tapestries. And he takes the tapestry down and he kind of puts it on like a cape. Like a little kid would wear a sheet as a cape.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And he goes, let's go. And then he walks into a wall.
I'll try to communicate with the dogs that like they need to guide him.
Yeah, they give you a clearly is what they're saying back. Like, and so they kind of form 4 points around him.
Don't give me that tone, pups of 6.
So 4 of them form kind of like a grouping around him, and he now like is walking normally, like he's just fine. And you exit the mushroom house.
To the mountain.
To the mountain.
Okay. So you walk along and you go through the cave and come out of the cave, and you're on you're in that canyon space when you go past the area where you had your last duel, and you continue on and you continue on and continue on. You have to make camp for the night. It's become too dark. You've exited this canyon and you're into an open field. There's a million stars above you. There's a shooting star. Oh my gosh.
I wish on it.
What do you wish?
For shoes.
A pair of shoes appear in front of you, but they're not your size.
Too big or too small?
Oh, they're too small. They're
Okay.
jellies.
Can I like...
You didn't specify in
I
your
didn't
wish who
specify.
you
Yeah,
wanted
no,
the shoes to be
no.
for. Yeah.
And like the universe is like, sucker.
Do they fit anybody better? Like Natty Bumpo
I
or
would never
Patreon.com?
wear jellies.
No, they're clearly like a child's size.
Oh, okay. So it's not like I could cut off the top.
No.
The
Your
toe
feet would
part.
actually hurt more
Yeah.
like stepping on these things
All right.
every time.
Well, I'll take them anyway. I mean,
Sure.
you never know.
Sure, you got that.
Jelly shoes.
You set up camp for the night. You get a small fire going. Natty Bumpo catches some wild game, and so you're eating. And you're sitting there, and John tells you that the evil, the darkness that has come over this land is unheard of. His dad had been around for a very long time, and his dad died, and the last thing his dad said was he was looking for the 4 amulets. And he explains that there were these 4 amulets that were made by the people who took care of this land originally. And each amulet had a special gift. And that gift was the protection of the land itself. Unfortunately, as these things do, people wore and they stole different ones. But it had been rumored that the 4 amulets had been collected together. And so Kevin Kennedy, that was the last thing he wanted to do. In fact, he was like, I wish I would have gotten this messenger before those 3 people left, because I would have told them about it. So luckily I get to tell you guys about it. Now he tells this whole story facing just to the like right of you guys.
Sure.
And he hasn't gotten used to like explaining things with his hands yet. So his hands have been just sitting in his lap the whole time.
Good night.
Oh, yeah, night.
Right. It's kind of night for him all the time now, isn't it?
I heard that.
Oh, sorry.
My senses are really heightening every minute.
I'm
All right, everyone goes to sleep.
Full rest?
Full rest. I could use some hit points.
You get to roll a 1d20.
9.
You got 9 hit points back.
All right.
You wake up the next morning to a sound that is an unearthly sound.
Mm.
It is like a rustling in the grass, but it's almost as if the grass is screaming. So, you know, like when someone puts two pieces of grass together and they go,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it is that sound, and it's popping up all around you, and it's getting closer. And it's getting closer. It's getting closer.
I'll wet my reed hand.
Okay, which one?
For index finger this time.
Index finger, the alto sax.
Yes.
Okay.
Just visualizing, like, if you know anything about reeds,
I don't.
his alto sax finger is gonna look like a sausage, and then his
Yep.
oboe is gonna look like a
Thin.
cocktail.
Yeah. His
Sword.
hand look like there's no one's ever going to trust him.
I don't ever
Ever.
want to. I try to look away.
Every time and think about like him like having to gnaw at it, like
And stuck on it for a long time.
to wet the reed.
I never played. Any
You
of
never
those kind
played
of
a woodwind?
instruments, so I don't
Okay.
know much about that. Anyway,
So you're sucking on your alto.
sucking on my alto.
Anyone doing anything else?
I'll go grab my weapon.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Take my shield.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand by this bucket. I don't know what this bucket's gonna do.
Is John awake?
No, he's still.
I'll wake him up
He tells you to screw off, and he turns around.
and I'll say, my mouth is full of a reed.
And he says, "Someone's coming."
Yeah.
All right. So he gets up and immediately steps into the fire, like what's left of the fire.
No, the pups of six should be around him.
The pups of six are now like guarding all around the
Okay.
circle.
Got
Like,
it. Good
yeah,
God.
they obviously can tell where the more important attention needs to be paid.
Okay. God, they're good dogs.
They are good dogs. They are good dogs.
Okay.
The sound gets closer and closer. It's almost deafening now. And suddenly, in the morning light, bursting up in 10 points surrounding you are what appear to be spirits. And they don't have a particular shape, but one is almost like the flicker of a candle, like where it's taking new shapes like every moment. And the other one seems to be like it's like a woman's hair blowing in the wind, like, you know, long hair, but it's got weight and it's attached to something. Two of them look as though when you splash water and it kind of takes that new shape and moves around. If you ever saw Darkwing Duck, the water villain from Darkwing Duck would be a good example of this.
Sure.
And the rest of them mimic electricity, like small lightning bolts that are happening over and over and over again.
And you said that's a 10 total.
10 total.
So you got 6 lightning guys, 2 splashers, the flowing hair, and then flicker.
Yep. And the
Flicker
fire
man.
one.
Okay.
And they are surrounding you. The pups of six, very, very agitated at what's going on at their presence.
So-
And they tell you to leave. And they speak in a single voice with leave.
Like we were kind of on our way anyways, so
I'll just point to mountain. We, mountain, go.
Wait, what'd you say?
We, mountain, go.
And they say no.
but you just told us to leave.
They say leave this place.
But where do you want us to go?
They attack.
Awesome.
Yep. So
So much for diplomacy.
the pups of six are on the outskirts, and they're the first ones that they would encounter in this. So, Jason, you get to give commands to the pups of six. And so, let's see. This one's an electricity. This one's an electricity. Water. Wind. This one is going to be the fire. This one is the water. Okay. So an electrical and a water fight on pup of 6 number 1. The water one is going to like crush at it, and the electrical one is going to reach through the water and electrocute
Oh
the
no.
pup. What would you like him to do?
The pup?
Yeah.
Like, I want all 6 to go. I'll say it loudly, like, protect John.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't want them attacking.
So they are all going to leave this case and go and surround John. Leaving you guys on now attackable force. And so it's that same move, Britta. The water and the electrical one are going to attack you. The water one is going to try and crush on the outside, while the electrical reaches through the water to electrocute you.
Okay.
And you get to roll a 1d10. Four. All right. So they are going to have 4 points of connection with your body. Each point is worth 2 damage. So
Okay.
8 damage. All right.
Okay.
And so, Phil, coming up to you, there is the wind one and an electrical one.
Okay.
The wind one is going to attempt to knock you prone. Okay. So you get to do a 1d6. You need a 3 and above to stay up.
5.
Fantastic. So you stay up. It does not knock you prone. The electrical one is going to reach out and touch you.
Okay.
And you get to roll 1d10.
1d10. Does my red leather jacket, red leather coat have any?
It does
No.
not.
No protection. 2.
2, taking 4 points of damage per, so 8.
I mean, is it a genuine leather jacket?
No, it's not.
That's why.
No. I mean, yours truly was, Jason. By the way, side note, this is a jacket based on reality,
Yeah.
on the history of Jason.
I remember.
Poor
I
Jason.
miss
Screw you,
that.
war in Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For so many reasons, but that was the
That's a real
dagger.
kicker.
Jason, you are going to be first attacked by the electrical one. You get to roll a 1d10. 8
8.
times 4 is
32.
32. So you take 32 points of damage from the electrical one. Hit me in 1d20. So what's going to happen here is the fire one is going to attempt to get you to drop your weapon by superheating the hand that is holding it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to need a 16 or above to make that happen. They fail. They don't get it. And so you don't take any heat exhaustion from it. So, and the pups of 6 fully shield John. None of the pups take damage. They can see that it's more worthwhile to stop you. So, Phil, or Britta, excuse me, your first 2 counterattack.
So there's a water one and an electrical one by me.
Correct.
That's who attacked me. What are they? Is their shape like? Do they have like eyes?
It's like constantly changing. Like you
Okay.
might get for a moment like the look of an eye and the look of a mouth or the look of what seems to be like a hand, but then it disappears in the next moment and changes.
Okay. Well, against the water one, I'm going to attempt to use Great Balls of Fire.
Okay.
From the tips of my fingers on a single free hand, burst Roman candle like fireballs. They shoot through the air for 30 feet or until they encounter something 3 inches solid. They burn 10 damage per ball.
You cast it at the water one
Yeah.
and it's like a bottle rocket going into a lake.
Doesn't do anything. Okay.
But it does seem to be conscious of the fact that you tried to do something to it. Phil.
Gosh, I don't know. Would these be susceptible to dubstep Force all. It does say force all other characters to dance for 1 round.
I don't
think-
think dance.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather dance than get electrocuted again.
I've got moves like Jagger, which is the buff. For 3 rounds, it gives a +5 to hit, but -2 AC.
You got to play your character, man.
All right.
Can we plug our ears?
Sure. But plug your ears. And then I'll dubstep. Force all other characters to dance for 1 round.
Okay. It affects the water ones and the fire one,
Okay.
but it does not affect the other ones.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect the electrical ones.
Better than all of them.
Yeah.
Attacking. So
Jason.
dubstep.
All right, I'll take the bucket of spirit water, and I'll go full Dorothy on the witch. Try to splash it on the fire
All right.
spirit.
You splash it onto the fire spirit, and it in fact does like dissipate the fire spirit. When you throw it, you notice that the thing that's causing it to glow are 4 objects that were at the bottom of the bucket, and they go flying.
Those are the
They're the
amulets. Yep.
They gave us a bucket of amulets without telling us that there were amulets in the bucket.
But so for my movement, then I will run after these amulets.
Okay, so they end. Like when you throw this water, they travel with the water, and they all kind of fan out. So you could easily get to 1, but not all.
That's fine.
4.
I'll grab whatever one I can.
Okay. So in front of you are 4 pieces of paper. You get to choose one of those without seeing what it is, and that'll be the one that you get to
Without seeing what it is.
without seeing what it is.
Okay, I'll take hot pink.
Okay. And so don't look at it. Just hold it down. There you go. And so you have now collected one of the amulets. So it's back to these creatures' turn. The water and energy, a new set of water and energy are next to Britta now. So each of those get to take their turn. They're going to do the same thing. The water's going to clap at you. You can roll a 1d10 for this damage.
Isn't he dancing?
Oh, yeah, correct. The water is not the energy, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So 1d10?
Yep. 5 times 4, 20. And then the other energy is going to come at you.
Okay.
Try and shock you. Oof. 4 times 9, 36. So 56 damage total.
Good God.
Now, you will notice this, that one energy has attacked you successfully now twice, and it is a third of the size that it used to be.
Oh.
The other energy that attacked you is now only 2/3 the size that it used to be.
Interesting.
Phil.
I'm going to go after one of the amulets.
Okay.
If I could get to more than just one, that'd be great. But
You can. Jason was the closest, and he threw them away
yeah.
from him. So you can go after. You can get to one of the amulets, either the yellow or the orange.
I'll go for the orange.
All right, you get.
Or
that.
wait, which one is closer to Britta?
The green one is. If you think about
Yeah.
it like this, the green one ended up here. The magenta one here. The yellow and the orange are over here.
Sure.
So where you're sitting in the fire is almost like where you're sitting in this room. So
Yeah.
Jason got to the magenta one, which is the first
Yep.
one he encountered. He probably could have gotten to any of them, but he chose
Sure.
to get to that one first. So the only one you couldn't get to would be the green.
Okay. Which is fine. But if like the orange one is farther away from Britta, then I want to go for the orange one.
It is
it
the
is.
furthest one
Okay.
away.
Then I will go for the orange.
All right. You can collect it. Don't look at it. Put it in front of you.
Got it.
While you go by, wind is going to knock you like fucking crazy. So you're going to pick this thing
Yeah.
up and it's going to knock you on the ground using the momentum you already have.
Great. Can I like raise my hand a little bit so that maybe some of the wind will enter in my reed
No,
hand?
good question. No.
No? Okay.
No. But that
You
is
never know.
a nice one. So you are now on the ground, and so this electricity has jumped up and has formed a lightning bolt coming straight down at you. You're going to roll a 1d20. You need a 15 or above to take half damage.
I've only got 46 hit points. 13.
Okay, so you're going to take full damage here. So roll 2 1d10s. Or 1d10 twice.
A 5 and a 4.
Okay, so you're going to take 36 points of damage. Boom. But
Down
that
to 10,
energy,
guys.
that energy is now down to a third of what it used to be. All right. John gets an attack. And what I'm going to say is John's going to start an incantation that is going to give you some form of healing. So
Excellent.
Everyone can roll a 1d4.
Two.
3.
Take that times 5. Whatever you got times 5, and you can gain some hit points.
I'm up to 20.
All right, now some energies. One of them, Jason is going to do the lightning bolt move to you. So you get to roll a 1d20. Again, 15. Or no, you're standing, so you are 10 or above to take half damage. There you go, 10 or above. So you're going to take half damage, so you're going to roll a 1d10, or a single 1d10. Seven times 4 is 24. 24 sounds good to me, but 28 sounds correct. Yeah, take 28. Okay. All right.
Math.
Now, that electrical one and the one that did it up to Phil are done. They're like dead at this point. They've put all their energy into hurting you.
Literally.
So, Britta, in front of you, there are 2 electrical and 1 water. The water finishes dancing and immediately splashes and soaks into the ground.
Okay.
So as soon as that's done, it hits the ground. The 2 energies come after you, and one of them is going to like just reach out and try and touch you, and the other one is going to attempt to act like like it's ground and like coming at you through the ground. So it's going to be force.
Okay.
So you get to roll a 1d10 and a 1d4.
Seven and 3.
7 and a 3. So 10 times 4, 40 points of damage. And that eliminates both of those electrical. So now we are down to 1 electrical and 1 wind power. Phil. No, Britta, did you go this round?
Nope. You attacked me twice without me going.
So you get to go now.
I'll go for whatever amulet is closest to me.
So
The
it's
green one?
It's more or less equidistant. So you choose green or yellow.
I'll go green.
Okay, put it in front of you and keep it down. The second that you each hold an amulet, these spirits wisp away, and they wisp towards the mountain.
Okay.
And now you're just sitting there by the campfire.
Should we
I'm
give
gonna,
the last
I'm gonna
one to
go
John?
grab the 4th one.
You cannot pick it up. It's kind of like Thor's hammer.
Give it to John.
While you're
Or see
holding an amulet, you cannot lift another.
Oh, I'll be like,
So John
John,
can pick it up.
or the dogs.
Yeah, good move. So you come over, and John picks up the amulet.
Nice.
Our powers combined.
So John explains that these amulets were here to protect you, but his worry is that they have corrupted men before. So before you use the power of the amulet, you need to realize that like they come at a great cost.
Sure.
That could be the lives of others, the lives of yourself, your sanity, your goodness. These are all things that come at the expense. Jason's amulet begins glowing. It was the first one picked up. Jason, would you please tell us what your amulet says?
Absolutely. Let's see what we've won.
On the back, written in the amulet, it says,
Rain Plier. REIGN plier. Massive ghostly pliers swing into the vicinity. They grab 2 random characters and squeeze half the life out of those 2. The Dungeon Master JJ will assign the characters to the dice and allow players to roll.
so you get the power of that. So if there are 10 people, we'll randomly assign numbers to those players. You'll roll a 1d10 twice, and those players will have half their life squeezed out of them.
If you roll the same number twice, do they get all their life squeezed out of them?
Good question, yes.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I like that. The second one collected was the orange one.
It says Tucker's Turtles. After ingesting a handful of mashed potatoes given to you by a homeless wizard, you have the ability to call 4 ghost turtles to help. Roll a 1d4 to see how many are ninja turtles and see how many are regular turtles. These turtles have 30 hit points and can deal damage to enemies or perform tasks for 5 turns.
Excellent. And then the green amulet was the third one collected. I'm glad you got this one.
Baby Yoda. A small green creature appears with 2 abilities of your choice. Either creates a force so cute that one party player will be paralyzed for 2 rounds with cutie disease. 1, force heal. Roll d20 3 times. Takes 2 rounds to heal. 2, force fight. Levitate and throw a foe or create a force wall 25 feet wide for 3 rounds. 40-foot throw. Damage depends on arena.
And John, who has the third one, picks his up, and he looks at it and says, "Wait a minute, I'm blind."
I'll walk over and read it
Okay,
to-
so you can walk over and read it for him.
It's not in Braille?
It will be. Huge pile of cocaine. You can summon a pile of cocaine that can be snorted by a single character on any turn after this. They get to double all modifiers and triple their damage. Their hit points adds 60 for 3 rounds, but takes 100 damage on the 4th round. When you crash hard.
Yeah, big time. So you now have the 4 amulets that I have brought peace to this area.
These amulets have brought peace to this area.
And you can see now why man cannot be trusted with these.
Yeah.
Is that
They're pretty powerful.
They're very powerful, right? Do you continue to wield the amulets?
Yes.
I mean, can we trust anybody else with these?
By wield, doesn't that just mean wear? But can you put it on your persons?
Yeah.
And you're not wielding it then. So I can put it in my pocket.
Think of it as sort of like the one ring to rule them all. Like while you have it,
okay.
It's
and you have the
corrupting.
ability to use it, will it corrupt you? You don't know, but you have that power. It's like having the red phone, being the president and having the red phone. Like you could use it at any time, but you don't think that you're ever going to use it, but it still is right there, and you get a boner every time you see it in the Oval Office because you're like, I'm the one who's got the red phone.
Well, we're the only ones around us at the moment, so
I mean, or we could hide them. I'm
them
not
all-
saying that I would do that. My character wouldn't do that. Plus, I'm a halfling, so I think that I'm like immune. You know?
All right, let's keep. I was going to put it back in the bucket where we found them.
Oh, and then we're gonna keep
Keep going
with the bucket though.
with the bucket.
Sure. I mean, I don't care. I'll hold the bucket.
Oh, no, I'll hold the bucket.
Oh, I'll hold the bucket. Let's.
I'll hold on to my amulet. Okay.
See, the corruption has begun.
I'll hold on to mine. John, will you hold on to yours?
Wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah, you will. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll put it on. I'll put it under my cloak. So you begin the walk towards the mountain.
Yeah.
So it is surprisingly dead around the mountain. The trees, there's no wind. It is incredibly calm as you get up to this mountain, and you realize that in front of the mountain is sort of a stronghold, but there's no archers. There's nothing that you encounter. The ground looks gray, like ash almost. And you get up to these two giant doors. What do you do?
Should we open them?
Like,
Are they locked?
Do you want to try opening them?
I'd like to just like listen at the doors first, see
We'll
if I can
listen
hear
first.
anything on the other side.
You're crying.
I'll knock
Like
on the
a-
door.
Child crying?
Yeah, but not like not sobbing, but like whimpering.
Hmm.
One
You
thing
knock. You knock.
One
Kinda
thing I hate is a
creepy.
whiner, so let's do it.
Knock. No response. No change.
Should we go in? I mean, I did just watch The Grudge last Thursday, and there's like, hey, there was whimpering going on behind a door, and then they walked in, and then they were totally cursed. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I also feel like some of us are injured and like maybe
Yeah, I've got 20 hit points.
maybe before we go through the door, we could
Rest up a little bit.
rest up or Baby Yoda.
Or even like, hey, John, what was that thing you were doing, that incantation you were doing earlier? You want
Oh yeah, that was pretty sweet, huh? I didn't think that was gonna work.
to you want to try that again?
Sure. Yeah. I just got to. It's gonna take me a little while to kind of rebuff what I've got going on. So if you don't mind just hanging out for a couple hours, I just
Yeah,
gotta
Do you need a
rest.
back rub?
That'd be great. It's not gonna help, but it'd be great.
Oh, okay.
So
I give him a back rub. Now, bear in mind, I've got a reed hand, so he might tell me to stop.
It's like a
pretty quick.
massager, though.
it is gonna take approximately 6 hours for John to kind of meditate and get this back to where he needs to be.
I mean,
I would rather wait than go into the door. I also have 21 hit points
Okay.
left. So
We can wait.
And if you haven't noticed, these two have both died and had to be brought back to life in previous
Previously.
adventures. So
Yeah.
so
okay, so you start waiting for 6 hours. Somebody needs to roll percentiles.
I've been rolling pretty poorly, so 50.
51%.
Oh my god. Okay, well that's good. You
I'm guessing we had a 50-50 chance.
yeah. You camp out and 6 hours goes by without a hiccup. And
Nice.
nothing happens. John gets back and goes, "Okay, I'm back. Oh, okay. Let's get this thing going, okay?" So each of you gets to roll a d20.
Two.
Oof.
12.
Times 2 for everybody.
So I
So she
gained
gets
4
hit
hit
points.
points.
And John says what, like actually looks at you, like physically understands where you are and says, "What a waste."
Yeah, no kidding.
So he does offer one last thing,
Okay.
which is his own life.
Nope.
He says, "You could drink my blood like a vampire and regain all your hit points."
No.
Nope.
You got the huge pile of cocaine.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
can't.
do.
You
Okay.
can't use it if you're dead.
Right. You're right. All right. Here we go.
Why would you even offer something like that?
At this point, I don't have much to live for. My dad's gone, and he was my ride everywhere. So
And you're
I don't really-
blind.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's not so bad. Actually, I'm kind of
Yeah?
learning to like it.
Oh, okay.
It's more the fact that like I am just so irresponsible with everything. So, and like my dad was also like the one who got the groceries. So I don't even know how to get
You
that.
don't have life skills.
Right. I got fired from the general store for drinking too many bottles of mead and using a free coupon to keep getting discounts on mead. And they said, you can only use that coupon once. And I said, it doesn't say that on the coupon. Why am I explaining this to you guys? You don't need to know all my troubles.
While he's talking, and he doesn't see me, but I'll
Right.
sneak over to the door and open it.
Okay.
Somewhere around like I got fired from the general store, and like that was like when I decided to leave.
Right about there, you're like, I'm done. So he opens the door and you see a courtyard. And in the courtyard is a small child crying. And it's Randy.
It's Randy.
It's clearly Randy. So Randy's sitting there and he's super bummed.
Why are you so sad, Randy? I'll shout it.
Because he shouldn't be here. It was foolish to come here. I'm a fool.
You shouldn't be here either.
I know. I know that now.
What did you do?
I promised.
What?
I promised that I would serve him.
Who?
The Lord.
Break your promise, then. Come with
Can't-
us.
I
Come back
can't-
to that village.
I can't go back. I've done horrible, horrible things. No one wants me
I
back.
personally killed an entire village. I'm okay with it.
I know. And like, you're worse than I am. So I don't want to go back with you guys anyway. Why wouldn't you just let me be a part of what you had going on?
We thought you were an annoying kid. So
What was annoying about saying I want to help you?
We didn't want to.
It's your tone of voice. It's not your fault.
We
You
didn't
know,
want
when
to
you
put
grow
you in
up, you'll
danger.
sound better.
You're better than us. We didn't want to bring you down to our level.
I'm sorry.
better
Are we
be.
supposed to kill him or?
Oh, I don't know. Do we have to kill him?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
I mean, we could bring him back to the village because he ran away. What did he steal in the first place again?
He didn't steal anything. He just took off.
Well, what do we do?
Well, I mean, we're here.
Should we just kill him or should we like try to redeem him? Killing stuff has been our go-to thing. Maybe we can try something different.
What made you have the change of heart?
I'm tired of killing. Tired.
You
I've killed
would say
so
that,
many.
Brent Brandt.
I've killed so many.
I'll ask him. Where's the big guy?
He's in the castle, deep inside the mountain.
If we take care of the Lord, will that be better for you?
Well, I mean, I guess he won't stop until he has everything that he wants.
What does he want?
He wants to total control over this land.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to Randy, and then I'm gonna squat, and I'll get on one knee,
Mhm.
and then in a sudden move, bend him over. I'm gonna start spanking him. This is why you don't mess with Lord Demons. And then I'm going to continue on to the castle. Because that was the thing, right? He wanted to be a hero. We said no.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went and sold his soul.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to ignore
All right,
Randy.
yeah. Let's.
Go to the castle.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Finding the Lord.
Yeah,
Demon?
let's take him out.
Okay.
I've got Tucker's turtles.
John says, "Are you guys sure you want to just leave Randy in the courtyard? Seems kind of messed up."
Well, I mean, he's
I can't take
crying.
him
We
with
could-
us.
You can't?
I don't want to. He's under the spell of the Lord Demon.
That's true.
I don't want to fight the mini boss and the big boss.
Is there a place where we could kind of tell him to stay and then we'll...
go home, Randy?
All I want to do is open a diner.
Well,
Go open a diner then.
We would have the greatest caramel rolls ever. So you tell Randy to go home?
Yeah, go
All
home.
right.
Go open a diner.
And you guys go into the
castle.
castle?
Yeah.
You enter the castle is just one giant room with a throne at the end. And in the throne is a cloaked, ashen-looking wizard. And he smiles at your arrival. He says, "I'm glad you fought your way here. I'm glad that I now know all of your skills from having to fight my underdemons."
Who were children, by the way.
Exactly. Children are easy to confuse.
Oh, you're just like you're a pedophile.
You're worse than I
You're
am.
grooming children to do your bidding. That is twisted.
Welcome to Tinted Van Castle.
Free
Yeah.
hugs inside.
I need a shower.
Oh, that's no problem. He hits the wall and block begins to fall. Everyone gets to roll a 1d6.
1.
4.
5.
Okay. And so 10 things fall from the ceiling. Everyone roll a 1d6 again.
6.
6, 6,
We all
6.
got
You
Six.
all successfely dodge the 10 pieces of the ceiling.
We
that
also
come
just
down.
rolled 666.
Yeah, great start to this thing.
Which is 18 if you're rolling for.
The wizard stands, claps his hands, and turns into. He is now 3 identical versions of himself, and each come towards you guys. So they're
I
going
mean, if
to.
he's
going
going to make identical copies of himself, then I will also use Michael Keaton's multiplicity.
Yes.
Named in honor of the god of multiplying, you can make up to 4 identical copies of yourself. Each can move independently within a 100-foot radius, but all must move the same distance in opposite directions. Even your party cannot tell which is which. Cast instantly, lasts 3 rounds, requirements, crit roll.
So do you want?
Acts erratically in the moonlight.
Do you want? Where would you like to place your? How many copies you get? 4.
4. So I will place them all around me.
Sure. So if you're just standing in front of another one, do you want like 2 Brittas on either side of you, or do you want 2 patreon.com/JJMeetsWorlds?
I would like 2 Patreons like in front of me.
Okay.
And then 2 kind of like behind me.
Kind of like on a 5 or a 6-sided dice.
Yeah.
The 5 pips.
Kind of like that.
Boom.
Okay.
Love it.
So yeah, we got a design there. Okay. So now you have created that. The wizard in front of you claps his hands and creates 4 more versions of himself that now stand in front of each of those. Jason, you can go. You can take an action next.
I'll cast Forest Gumption.
Ooh.
You summon the power of the world's fastest runner. You give yourself and one other party member the ability to run so quickly and without losing stamina, they get 1 free turn per round of combat. I'm going to give it to Britta because those who have cast Michael Keaton's multiplicity get to use a spell for all of their duplicates as well.
Damn straight they
Nice.
do. And that's how many turns?
1 free turn per round of combat.
Okay. Did I put anything about how long it lasts?
No.
Good for you guys.
Thieves also attract the power where, whether they are a friend or foe, your free turn can be used anytime after it's been cast, but must be used within the round.
Okay. So you get one. It goes once, but it's out anytime you want it.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Phil.
Would my moves like Jagger, if I did that on Britta, would that also pile over onto her multiplicity stuff? It
Sure
doesn't
would.
say that.
Sure would.
It would?
Because she's it's an exact copy.
Well, I will do moves like Jagger on Britta then. It'll give +5 to hit for 3 rounds, but a -2 AC. And I'm going to do the TLC dance for waterfalls.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know how they're all like watery and then they're like bouncing up
That
and down.
song's
and
about
everything like
AIDS.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Maybe-
actually it's about
maybe
making
it'll
bad
help.
decisions.
But I mean,
True.
3
And-
simple letters took him to his
That's
final
the
resting
second verse.
place.
That's
yeah.
the second verse.
Each verse is about something different.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the middle part's about AIDS.
That, absolutely.
HIV, technically.
No, yeah, well, yes.
Yeah,
But,
because AIDS is 4 letters.
right.
Yeah, it's scary because then he just disappears out of that photograph like Marty McFly into the first Back to the Future.
It's true.
Which is dumb because the photograph doesn't disappear. Like, you
Right,
still
yeah,
have
'cause
the
that
photo.
exact- yeah,
Like,
Britta, remind me, how long does your multiplicity last?
3 rounds.
Okay.
And moves like Jagger lasts for 3 rounds.
All right. Wizard number 1. It's coming at you, Jason. And it is going to send a lightning bolt like Palpatine out of its hand towards you. and you get the opportunity to dodge on this one. So you can roll a 1d6, anything 3 or anything 4 and above, you dodge, anything 3 and under, you do not.
I dodge with
dodge.
a 4.
So how do you dodge it?
I think it's appropriate to go Matrix style.
Okay,
That's what I
yeah.
was hoping you said.
Yeah.
And so you go down and bullet style, it just goes over you like that.
Yes.
2 of the pups of 6 get hit hard, and they are taken down. They're not dead because you can't kill a dog and still like be a good entertainer, but they are clearly very, very hurt, and they are knocked unconscious. So you have the pups of 4 now.
Oh, that.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I'm going to use my extra.
I know you're pissed.
I'm going to use my extra turn.
Oh, do it, baby.
Now, I have a necklace from my father that has unknown powers. I've got twin sticks from my mother. Hopefully, none of these are just like a MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to take the necklace and I'm going to put it in the face.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Out of this necklace comes what can only be described as the greatest song of all time, Paradise City. Okay?
Okay.
So, take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. And it's hard to even hold this thing because what is shooting out of it are your ancestors. The spirits of your ancestors are going, and they are each walloping this wizard as they go by. Like, boom,
Yes.
boom, 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 boom. If you can sing part of this song, it is going to double their damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home?
Oh, it doubles the damage onto this guy. And he takes a pretty significant beating in this. And so while he is like being beaten, he's also being pushed back. He gets pushed back far enough into the area where he had like knocked on the wall that wall damage is going to come down and hit him to
Sick.
boot. So he's going to take 75 points of damage on this one.
Boom.
So Phil.
It's my
Or,
turn.
I'm sorry. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's wizard number 2. Wizard number 2, who has now put himself into the like other 4 that are circling you right now. This guy is going to just start going, and he is going to vomit, and he's going to spray this like old school style vomit all over the area where you're at,
What is old school style vomit?
like plague style vomit.
Oh.
And you instantly like get sick to your stomach and feel like you need to retch yourself. You're going to roll a 1d4. 1. You begin to vomit uncontrollably. You're going to take 10 points of damage, and you yourself are going to continue vomiting through the next round.
Do you use your extra force gumption move, and then it'll be over. Or not. I'm just playing.
I mean, you can do it whatever.
Do whatever you want.
I mean, but there's a difference between it lasting for a round and
That's true.
lasting until your next
That's
turn.
true. No,
Right.
Good point.
Yep.
So which one is it?
Good point.
It's until your next turn. So if
Okay.
something were to happen during this round to you, it'd be like being prone.
Okay.
And so, but by the time your next turn rolls around, you'll have just wiped the last bit of vomit off your cheek.
But you do have multiplicity people too.
Yeah.
But they're not vomiting. Yep.
good.
So, in fact, what we're going to do just to speed this up, all of these wizards are going to do the same move to all of the Brittas, and then you can roll like for each of them independently to see if they're going to be hit.
Okay.
These wizards are going to open the cloak down by where their genitals would be.
Ooh.
Okay. And coming out of there are like 3 giant
Snake.
spines. Snakes. And so the giant spines come out and they're attempting
Spines or spikes?
like spine, not like a spike. I feel like is like it's on the end of like a pike.
Okay.
These spines are almost like quills.
Okay.
Kinda like a
You know,
porcupine.
like one of those spiny things in the ocean. You know,
Okay.
Like an urchin?
that's
Sea
it. Yeah,
urchin.
like how an urchin is.
Anemone.
And they're going to
Crotch.
pelvic thrust
Oh my god.
towards the other Brittas. For
The other
Britta,
Patreon.com.
yeah, Patreon.com. Excuse me.
Sexual
kidding.
harassment.
So, but the wizard also said they consented.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
So, would you
Well, no,
please?
the wizard consented or the multiplicity?
No, wizard said that they consented. So it's a he said she said situation that we have here.
Oh.
Dude, it's not. I was here the whole time.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a witness.
but you were busy. You were busy with the other ones, so you don't know.
You missed
Fine.
the consenting
Would
part.
you please roll a one? Roll percentiles. So you just have to really one. You can do it with 1d10. I don't know why I'm making you roll percentiles.
61.
61. Britta number 1 takes half damage,
Okay.
and it's going to be 15 points of damage. Britta number 2.
$23.
Full damage. Minus 30.
Next.
14.
All right. Minus 30.
22.
Minus 30. All right. Wizard number 3 just looks at Phil and says, let's have a beatbox off. And he starts going,
You have a really good chance of winning.
I do.
to see if you can resist his beatboxing ways.
Okay.
You're going to roll a 1d10.
1d10.
Anything above 4.
A 3,
Oh,
of course.
son of a bitch. So what you end up doing is becoming a groupie
A groupie.
to this wizard. And you are going to turn and attack one of Britta's multiplicities.
What?
Yep. And you can choose which of your weird reed fingers you're going to use.
I can't use the jelly shoes?
Nope.
Okay. The pinky.
The pinky, which I don't think we've established
We have
yet.
not.
No, we haven't.
What is that going to be?
I don't know what other reed instruments a didgeridoo.
There's
Bassoon.
clarinet, bassoon.
A didgeridoo doesn't have a reed. I suppose.
No.
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 It's just got a gaping hole.
Let's just go with we'll go with the clarinet.
Okay.
It's a
So you're
clarinet.
going to clarinet. So you're going to play clarinet at this thing. It's going to take an additional 10 points worth of damage.
Which one was it?
Britta number 4. All right. Top of the round, Jason.
Yeah. I will.
And you guys have 2 actions this turn. Also, I only have 1.
Where's the nearest wizard to me? Because I blew
Right
the
in
one guy
front.
back.
Yep. So you blew him way back. So technically, be Britta's one of the other wizards in front of a fake Britta, or
Okay.
wizard number 2, which is the vomit one.
Where's the one? How far away is the one that's beatboxing Phil into?
Oh, probably about 20 feet. So easily within distance.
I'll try to stop the. Well, wait, no. We're in the end game now.
Hey, was the vomit thing a spell that he cast? No.
It was just regurgitating up like pure hatred and bile.
Okay, I will. I'll cast my great balls of fire at the beatboxing elf. So they shoot through the air 30 feet until they encounter something 3 inches solid. They burn 10 damage per ball.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of the Britta clones is going to take one of these balls just from logistics of going across this thing. So Britta number 2 is going to take 10 points of damage, but then the other 40 points of damage is going to hit wizard number 3.
Okay. And then as a bonus move, because I'm using a movement, so bonus action, I should tell the pups to attack the nearest wizard. Sick 'em.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they'll end up piling on wizard number 4, which is one of the clone wizards. Britta, you have now vomited a large amount.
Feels like I lost some weight.
Yeah.
It's good.
You look great.
Thanks. I've been really working on it. I will, but I can go. Like I've vomited all my vomits. I will cast Venmo Venom.
Mm-hmm.
And I will spit venom that lasts 3 rounds and hurts double if touched on multiple surfaces of one creature. 5 feet, 5 damage, plus 2 damage 3 times per day. And I will spit at the nearest wizard to me.
The nearest wizard to you? It's one of the like copies of a copy. Or
It's
do you
fine.
want? Okay. So you take out one of the wizards completely
Okay.
with it.
Yeah.
Like it's done. Dunzo, Bobunzo.
That's what it sounds like.
Phil.
My turn. Am I clear-headed again now?
You're going to have to roll for it, baby.
I'll roll for it. D10
He's-
again?
Yep.
3. What is with this dice?
So Phil turns and he attacks. In fact, he takes out both of your bottom multiplicity Brittas. They're fucking gone because he is screeching so loud now on this clarinet that they're like, peace out.
3 and 4.
Yep. So John finally says, do you guys want me to do something?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So John pulls a small bag out and throws some dust into the air. And what this dust does is it slows everyone's magical movement down. So if you're using an enhanced magical movement, it is now slowed down by half. But it also includes the wizard and it includes him like conjuring spells. Because he's had to slow down his beatboxing, it's not as enchanting to Phil anymore.
Thanks, John.
So, yeah. So, and he goes, you guys, did it work? Did it work? Am I 20 feet tall?
Yeah.
No.
Great. And so he kicks as hard as he can and breaks his foot on a boulder.
This is
That'd
why
be
we-
funny.
Oh, my foot. Oh.
No one likes a whiner.
I can smell my bone. Oh, I bet it looks awful. Again, he's blind. He cannot see. Okay. So it's the wizard's turn now. That one that came at you and tried to like force electrocute you, he is pissed. Soup's pissed. So he's going to come at you with all that he has got. He rushes towards you, but realizes that his like the fact that he's not running on the floor, but he's using a ghostly move is now been encompassed. So he only gets half the distance back to you. And that pisses him off even more. And so he uses Superman like laser eyes. And so each eye forms like a cutting thing, but he's bringing them together like he's going cross-eyed. And it's like the beams are going to cross over each other. So it looks like he wants to like slice your head off with these beams, right?
Great.
So as they're coming at you, you have again a chance to dodge if you would like.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
So you need you can roll a D10. It's got to be above a 6 to fully dodge. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
I got a 5.
You got a 5. So you're going to take 40 points of damage on this. It burns like hell. Who's got the pencil? There you go.
There you go.
So boom. So you take 40 points of damage. It burns like hell. Your armor around you, it's almost like he's like burned it. It's fucked up. Moving over to Britta. Britta, what would you like to do?
Well, I will spit venom on the next nearest
Okay, great.
wizard.
Okay. It's gone. It's dead.
Beautiful.
And I believe this is the last round for your multis, right?
It will be. Yep.
And so, Phil, what do you want to do?
Well, I've got 10. Wait, is that 10? No, I got 24 hit points. Jason has 14.
I do.
Britta, how many do you have?
But
35.
but if I get under 10, then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, my armor kicks in.
So I'm debating whether I should use Tucker's Turtles. I feel like using these might have a disadvantage because
Do what you want to do, man.
I'll use Tucker's Turtles.
All right. I believe you have to roll to figure out how many of them are going to be ninja.
Yep. Roll
1d4?
1d4
Go ninja,
to
go
see how many
ninja,
are
go,
Ninja Turtles
go
and how many are
ninja,
regular
go,
turtles.
go.
4.
All four are Ninja Turtles. All right. What would you like these 4 turtles, these ghostly turtles, to do?
Attack the wizard.
All right. They're each going to attack the wizard in front of them, each successfully pulling off 15 hit points apiece
Nice.
for a total of 60 hit points.
Cowabunga, dude.
Okay.
I mean, we have them. We may as well use them. Otherwise, dead
Yep.
us. So,
Wizard number 2, the vomiter, has its eyes on Britta now. And out from like the sides of him, he is like gaining metal. Like weird, like metallic, like pieces that look like armor. And he gets larger and larger and larger.
he's starting to look like the Shredder.
starting to look like the Super Shredder from the end of Ninja Turtles 2 all of a sudden. And he is going to kick his leg forward and just like boot you. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you want to do to evade the boot?
I mean, I do have my shield. So I guess I'll block it. I'll try to block it.
Okay. So he hits you with the shield. The shield takes all of the damage from it, but it sends you back 40 feet. So just
Okay.
like poof. So you're going to take 10 points of damage from kind of hitting something at the back end.
Okay.
But now you are 40 feet back. And this guy is giant. He's just massive in front of you. The beatboxing one, now that it realizes it cannot beatbox because it is slowed down, is now super pissed as well. And so he's going to do a move called Google History. And if the producer Tucker would please pull up his Google page and tell me the last thing that he searched in Google, that will be what he attacks you with. So it could be a Green Lantern. It could be what?
Chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. A giant deluge of water comes from the ceiling immediately down onto the place where you are at. Unfortunately, you are wearing a leather coat.
Yeah, but
And it
not
shrinks.
It's
It shrinks.
not real leather.
You said it was fake leather.
Fake
did.
leather.
You did.
So you're going to figure out how much this faux leather coat shrinks.
But I got swim trunks on too.
I know. That you're lucky. It's only
Yeah.
your chest. It's not your butt.
I don't feel like faux leather would shrink when it gets wet.
Oh, it's still going to. It's a very cheap material.
All right.
Stop disrespecting
So what do I need
that
to-
coat.
What do I need to do?
Oh, actually, I'm going to amend this. It's not going to shrink. Something else is going to happen.
Okay.
You're going to roll percentiles on this.
Okay.
50 and above, you pull off the coat in time. Under 50, you do not.
46.
46. The dye from this jacket seeps off of it and onto your skin, burning you.
Goof.
It is a weird kind of dye. It feels gross. You're going to take 10 points of damage. And you're now sopping wet. So
Okay.
any spell you have that is water-based or like, you need to be dry to do, like, it's done. Also, you are only wearing swim trunks now.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't think I have anything that necessarily needs to be dry.
good. That's
Although now my whole reed hand is nice and moist.
That's right. Almost too moist. Might be difficult to play.
Ooh, is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
You get a weed,
So you have
weed
to get
duet.
a new reeds every once in a while as they get all gross.
Do they make silicone reeds yet? Because you'd think that they would have figured a way to do it without having to actually
then they
have a
wouldn't
wood.
be woodwind instruments anymore.
It'd be
JJ.
silicone wind.
Yeah, there could be silicone wind. It's like It's like farting through a baking dish. All right.
What?
The amulet that Phil has used has now like begun levitating and glowing, and it's no longer like you try and reach for it and you can't. It's like it's there, but it's not there. At
The
same
turtles
time.
are still out and about.
Turtles are still there. They're still fighting.
Good.
They're fighting to their best abilities. Jason.
How many enemies are still? We've got the one who laser.
The huge one, the one that is coming towards you, laser eyes, and then the beatboxer plus 2 more
Okay.
that he created to
So we have
fight little
5.
Britas. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep taking down the one that was coming to me. I'll get closer to it, and then I have. So we use my dad's necklace, but I got these like hit sticks, or twin sticks from my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see what they do in front of them.
Well, how are you going to use them?
Are they hit sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start smacking them. You know how like when you would hit stick on the air?
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do that.
very Phil Collinsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh, super Phil Collinsy.
that Phil Collins fucking like drum,
Doom, doom, doom,
Yeah,
doom,
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 doom, doom. And when it hits the like, yep, when it hits that at that moment, like a disgraced boxer with a facial tattoo bursts into the space and starts pummeling on this wizard, like just treating him like a punching bag, right? The whole time. But he also is making lewd gestures at Britta. Like, so I'll stop punching and look over and be like, "What's up, girl?" And then go back to back and back, and then, "What's up? How's it going?"
You know what thought
Back for
about
it.
this is
Yep.
as far as characters go, I'm the only female in the party.
I know.
But,
Yeah. But he knows. That's the thing is he is looking beyond even this into the plane of where we are playing.
Wow.
Ooh.
Like, yeah,
That's-
right.
That's messed up.
So your wizard is going to take another 50 points worth of damage off of that.
And then I'm going to use the rest of. So I ran towards it with some movement, and then I'm going to slide and then go back and run back as far away from him as I can.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and you put a little bit of distance between yourself. You're back to essentially where you started at the
Awesome.
beginning of this. Okay, Britta.
This is my last round of Venom.
And how far does the venom go?
5 feet. So I'm too far away.
You're too far away.
So I will take out Baby Yoda.
Go for it.
Baby Yoda.
Okay. Are you going to force heal or are you going to force fight?
Does it force heal more than one person?
Just one
Just
person.
one.
And it takes 2 rounds
Yeah.
to become fully effective.
I'm going to force fight. I'm going to
Yeah.
have him levitate and throw the main wizard.
The one that's been fighting you?
Yeah.
Because you can't really tell which one is the original wizard.
The OG.
Yeah.
But can Yoda tell
No.
through the force?
No, because he's still a baby.
Mm.
He's not technically
He's
Yoda.
50 years
He's
old.
technically not Yoda. Yoda could
Yoda
tell.
species.
I mean, if we want to get into this, do you want me to read you your Mandalorian rights?
No worries. This is the way.
Mm-hmm.
So he throws him 40 feet.
40 feet back.
And I'm going to throw him like back towards where like all the rocks are falling and stuff, right?
Well, because he's going to hit the wall
Perfect.
and a rock is going to fall on him and he's going to take 10 damage off of it. It's not a huge rock. Most of the stuff that's been loose has been shook from the ground. And Phil and Jason, each of you gets to roll a 1d20 because one of you will now become prone with cuteness.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
A D20. It went way under. Here we go. A 9.
A 12.
Phil is
I
prone
am
with
prone.
cuteness for
Not
2
surprising.
rounds, I believe.
2 rounds.
Sorry.
Par-
I already got my turtles out.
Right.
So Phil, it
You're
comes to you.
paralyzed.
You are literally like writing down old school memes that you could come up with it. Like,
Sure.
what I look like when someone opens the donut box at work. You're just coming up with them nonstop. That's all you can concentrate on.
Okay.
What would you like your turtles to do?
They're gonna move. Is that one wizard that they were fighting gone?
Nope, he's still there.
They'll
Wail on him some more.
they'll
Okay.
wail on him some more.
It's going to take another 60 points of damage. And the wizards now are going to reform.
Okay.
So those two mini ones that were behind you are going to go back, like kind of like be sucked back to the one that you sent like flying back, and now have become part of that wizard again. And remember, he's enormous,
The
right?
shredder
like
one.
the shredder one.
Yeah.
So they reform. Jason, the one that's in front of you, laughs and disappears. And the one that had been fighting the Ninja Turtles with Phil turns himself into a rat wearing a black belt, and the turtles stop fighting him.
What about the beatboxer?
That's
That
the
is-
one.
that is the
That's
beatboxer.
That is
yeah.
one. Okay.
He turns into a rat, and they stop fighting him. They've now bowed down to him, in fact. John goes, "Hey guys, you want me to help again?"
Yes,
Yep.
please.
Okay. And he goes, "All right, watch out." And he pulls out another packet of dust, throws it into the air. Everyone roll a D6.
5.
2.
Times 4 is how much damage you take from this gas potion that he threw out that he didn't even realize was gas
I'm
potion.
dead.
Because he's pulling out random shit.
So I'm dead, but my armor says that when I get below my Lisa Frank armor, legendary armor smith Lisa Frank has designed a colorful and lightweight armor adorned with unicorns and kitties. When down to 10 hit points or less, the unicorn emerges and offers additional protection. So because I'm dead, does that take into effect? Or
As like, because you don't just automatically like, it's not like getting stabbed, right? Like
Right.
this thing is like,
right.
So when you hit that 10, the unicorn comes out and farts in your face, and you stay at 10 hit points.
awesome.
So it has now taken the magic dust away from you from its magical unicorn fart.
It does.
Yeah.
No,
It also smells amazing.
as it should.
Right.
I hope like the little horse hairs like tickle my face.
Oh,
like
definitely.
burnt
Like, yeah,
marshmallows.
like, and like,
they smell
it's-
like frosting to the
it
cinnamon.
winks at you.
God, I love
Yeah.
this horse.
Uh-huh.
I'm at -6.
Phil is down. Phil is out for the count.
Are my turtles? I mean, they're preoccupied
gone.
with.
They're
but
gone.
They're gone now.
They're gone.
Okay.
Turtles are gone. And John goes, "All right, now that I have snakes for arms," and he's throws them around and he breaks his left arm.
God, he's like Hangman.
Right? He's like, and no one tell him that he's not huge or that he does not have snakes for his arms.
I'm down, so I can't do anything.
I don't tell him.
Okay. And we continue on. The party is pretty down and out. What do we want to do?
What are my dogs doing?
They're tending to the other dogs. They've kind of like the
Okay.
pups of 4 now are guarding the 2 unconscious dogs.
Got it.
And you could call them away from that, but it does leave those other dogs prone.
Just want to see what we're doing because I know they're magic, but I don't know if they do. And we've got the 2 guys are still up. 2
Yep.
wizards.
Yep. I mean, you see 2 wizards. One of them is invisible now. So there's still the big wizard, and the other mini ones came into him. Phil's beatboxing one is now a rat,
And then the
and
laughing one.
then is disappeared.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to rain plier. So let's grab 2 of the characters and squeeze half the life out of them. Yep. Yep. That's the goal. Okay.
Grab a 1d8.
Okay.
Roll it.
Ocho.
Okay. Roll it again.
Ocho.
John is dead.
Oh.
And he turns, he goes, "Hey, got dead." Well, that sucks.
It's all right. He's happy with his family.
Yep. All that's left, like the crude eye bandage that you made him, it floats to the ground.
You know, that was an awesome power. One of these wizards should be dead.
I know.
I'm very
right?
sad.
I mean, my God, you had 4 chances out of that. I was gonna give like the 2 mini wizards like a spot in this so that there's a more chance, and you didn't even get those. It's got John twice. John.
All right. Well,
Okay, so John's dead, and his amulet falls to the ground. It falls to the ground, and because he's behind you, so as you look back and you see this, as it falls to the ground and the dust kind of clears from this, Randy is standing there.
That bastard.
Okay, I'll tell him. Randy, you wanted to be a hero? This is time to do what heroes do.
Okay? I'll do it. Randy picks up the amulet. Randy, who now has the power of a giant pile of cocaine,
Like every kid should.
like every kid
Right.
should, uses the amulet to summit the pile of cocaine. He snorts it. He gets a double to all of his modifiers and triple to his damage. His HP adds 60 points for 3 rounds, but takes 100 damage on the 4th round. He is sitting at 50 points to begin with. So he ends up going to 110, which means at the end of this, he will have 10 points of damage. So now Randy has joined the fray.
John was kind of useless anyway.
I don't know. The half speed thing was pretty dope.
Yeah. He healed me for 4.
Okay, whose fault was that?
Wow.
All right, so the moves like Jagger gone. Randy is now here for cocaine. Time to take on these wizards. Jason, it's your move.
I will take out one of my teeth.
Okay.
Those of you who don't remember from this summer, your teeth now, I'll go down to 22, be pulled and used as a grenade. Each time 16th are pulled, you lose 1 modifier point, but we're still good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pull out a tooth and I'm going to throw it at Shredder.
Okay.
Natalie.
Boom. He takes 20 points of damage.
And then I'm going to run over. And then I'm going to run over to whatever your name.
Brent.
Brent.
Okay. Britta?
I will now, like, these amulets, they don't talk about any type of limit.
Oh, it's one and done. Like, it is now, you can't touch it in front of you. Like, it's hovering and you can't, like, touch it.
But maybe you could come get the Tucker's turtles.
But all 4 have been used.
But you already used it.
So are they all like hovering separately, like in a 4 corner? Okay.
I will. I don't know, guys. How far away am I from Shredder?
You're like 100 feet at this point because
Okay.
you've sent him back and he kicked you back. You could get to Phil.
I guess.
Could get to Brent Brandt and
Go
try
to
and
Brent
heal him.
Brandt.
Let's stick together, adventurers 3. It'll be easier to kill. Okay.
What do you think? What are you going to do?
Oh, I will like attempt. I don't have healing potions, so like a medical check to stabilize.
1d10.
5.
So Phil gets one extra roll on his death check on this next one. So Phil, you gotta roll a 1d10. You're looking for 5 and above
Okay.
to not have your first death check.
3.
Get one more roll, thanks to Britta.
5.
Okay. So you sustain one more round of life. You're still unconscious, but you're not dead yet.
Okay. Thank you, Britta. Thank you, patreon.com.
You're welcome.
Slash-
Always here to
Slash-
serve.
Don't mumble the last one. That's the key, man. That's the patreon.com/JJMeetsWorld.
That's right. Give us some money. That's why quality programming like this exists. Jason, you are going to take 15 points of force damage, and it feels like somebody is shoving something in your ear.
Well, that drops me.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Yeah, your invisible guy in front of you fucking
Yep.
took his big spiny finger and put it right in your ear.
That's the worst.
Gross.
That's the worst, Willie.
It is.
Death
So-
Willie.
Now Jason's character, Natty Bumpo, has hit the ground. I will remind you, even though I shouldn't, that he has a Beanie Baby of healing potion inside of him.
I would have used it
That-
if I hadn't been slaughtered.
Right. But maybe someone could run up to your corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The giant steps up and throws a boulder at you, Britta.
Okay.
And now that you're crouched next to Phil, you can do a 1d20 or a d20, and you need 12 or above to evade this, unless you want to help Phil by pulling him, which means you'd need a 16 or above.
Do I get any pluses?
Yeah, I'd give you your strength modifier.
I'll attempt to save Phil.
Okay, what's your strength modifier?
+6.
Oh, there you go. Looks pretty low.
The 3.
3.
I'm unsuccessful.
Okay. I will allow you to absorb the damage that could go to Phil, but you're taking double damage on it.
It will. I imagine even just the regular damage is going to kill me.
Yep, it's going to be 20 points per person.
Yeah, just 20 would kill me.
20.
So
So you've taken 20 points of damage, and Phil's corpse takes 20 points of damage to where he's at right now. So you're unconscious now.
yeah,
We're all-
-3.
we're
So
all-
you are you're hoping on Randy at this point.
Hey, he's got to be the hero.
Yeah, how the tables have turned since the beginning of this. Well,
Is
Randy,
the whole moral of this story to always
Trust kids?
trust children?
it might be. It might be.
Always let kids join your group.
So he doubles all of his modifiers. So his ability to run around is friggin' insane. So he is going to, like the Flash or
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, I was going to say Magneto's son, so thank you very much, is going to run around this place. And what he's going to do is pick all 3 of you up and drag you towards the entrance. So he takes an entire round and drags you towards the entrance. The wizards...
Including John?
No,
John
there's
no
nothing
longer-
left.
there's nothing
he,
left.
He
That's
turned
right,
into
that's
a
right.
ghost, like a force ghost. So he pulls you back at this point, and I guess now you really wish you would have drank John's blood, don't you? To heal yourself. So he pulls all 3 of you back, and Randy goes to attack the wizard. So he's gonna get 3 chances to move in this thing because he's so jacked up right now.
That cocaine
That's
high.
right. That's the that's
Yep.
the moral. Give your children cocaine.
He's going to attack the wizard number 3, the rat wizard, and he's down. Rat wizard is gone. In rat wizard's place is a vial. Don't know what's in it. Just a vial sitting there. He's going to take his other one, and he is going to attack wizard number 1. Because he is on cocaine, he can see things that are invisible. As we all know, cocaine gives you that ability
That's
too.
right. Yeah.
And that
For
one
sure.
is hurting real bad. At the top of their turns, the wizard who looked like Shredder is going to move to attack you guys. You guys are far enough back that his full motion doesn't get him there, but he is now within, like, using his motion and attack, he'll get to you in the next round. The invisible wizard can also not get to you, but tries to attack Randy while he's going around. And his attack for Randy is to turn into Randy's friends.
Oh.
Yep. And so he becomes Randy's
Jerk
two
move.
friends and asks him to stop. And Randy does. He stops in his tracks when he sees this wizard, like, and what's going on. But it does bring that wizard back into the, like, visible plane. You guys have one last piece to work with right here, which is one of you could sacrifice yourself and just go into the ghost world and essentially help John and Kevin Kennedy and the spirit of this village help come back to bring one of you back to life. Who's it going to be?
I'll sacrifice since I'm the one that killed that village.
Sure.
I'd be willing to go down
Brent
to
Brandt
bring you guys out.
is dead. Brent Brand has given you the ability to roll a d20 and recover that many hit points apiece. He has gathered the village, and the villagers go like, hey guys, we totally understand. That cave was messed up. We don't even know why our spirits were linked to that stuff, so we don't blame you. Jason rolls a 2.
2.
What does Britta roll?
13.
All right, and that brings you to what?
That brings me to 10 hit points.
Okay. So Britta is conscious now. And what does that bring you to?
I didn't record the negative.
So we'll just say you're -2 at this point.
Okay.
So you're still unconscious, but now Britta is conscious again. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your sacrifice, Brent Brandt.
Randy is going to take his last cocaine turn. And he is going to attack his friends. He doesn't believe what's going on. He's going to attack both of them.
Good for Randy.
He lashes out at both of them with as much power as he possibly can muster at this point, and he actually takes out wizard number 1. So all that's left is Super Shredder Wizard. Super Shredder Wizard does get the ability to walk up to Britta, who's now just coming out of consciousness, and Jason, who is -2. He is going to attack you with whatever random spell Phil draws from the discarded spell pile.
Oh my
boy.
God.
Okay.
No, yeah, you can't look at him.
I'm not going to look at him.
Okay,
I'm just not going to pick the top one.
okay.
Oh, it says Joshy, human bard, Butterslide, orc fighter,
those are my
Womandy,
notes.
human wizard.
So Joshy was, we're not fighting Randy, you're fighting Joshy.
We
My
figured out
real
the name.
name. Those are my,
Does that give us a bonus?
No, you gotta pull one. You
I
gotta
think
pull one
that
of
should be
these.
the spell.
That should be the
That should be the spell.
You just true named Randy. That's like,
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Great balls of fire.
Okay, and what does he cast?
From the tips of your fingers on a single free hand, burst Roman candle-like fireballs. They shoot through the air for 30 feet or until they encounter something 3 inches solid. They burn 10 damage per ball.
Okay, so Britta, you get to roll to dodge these.
Okay.
So here's what's gonna happen. Randy will take 2 of them. Like he'll run and take 2 of the pieces of damage.
Okay.
So again, that's 10 damage to him. So as
That'd
soon as
be
he's
20
done,
damage to him.
yeah, a piece, and he was only going to end up with 10 at the end of his cocaine.
So he dies
binge.
at the end of
So
cocaine.
we know Randy / Joshy is dead
Yeah.
as soon as this round is done.
But he went
So-
out in a blaze of glory.
So you get to dodge. You can do. There's 3 left. So if you do like that, is that a 1D? Is that a 3 right there? Or is it a 4?
1D4.
So we'll let the 4th one be for free. So 1 and 2 are the 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that no, I don't want. How do I want to do this?
Why don't you just have me roll a die for each?
Yeah, there you go. Percent. You can roll percents. This is intense because Randy's dead. Okay, 10. Great. You didn't get hit.
Okay.
Okay. You got to roll it again. You got to roll it 3 times total.
51.
That's a hit. Roll it one more time.
59.
It's 2 hits. That is 20 points of damage.
I'm dead.
And now you're down.
Yep.
And Randy's down.
And Randy's down at the end of this round, which means that the wizard has successfully killed you. Not only that, but the amulets of power are now...
What about the dogs?
What about the dogs?
Who let the dogs
What do you want to
out?
do with the dogs? Oh my God, Jason, what do you want to do with the dogs?
I want the dogs to sniff around and find my Beanie Baby.
They find it.
And I want them to administer
Squeeze it
into your mouth.
Okay.
Because they think it's a toy. And they're like, "Argh."
Right, like a Kong.
But they don't realize that it's an actual health potion.
Okay, so here's the deal. The 4 conscious puppies find it. It's going to take 2 of them to like push it into your mouth, but you will lose the dogs forever after this.
All of them?
Because you like this is their last ditch effort because you are essentially dead, so their connection to you is gone.
I didn't know they had a connection. I can't kill. I can't be.
They're not going to die, but they're gone from your like the connection with you will be severed if they do this.
Okay, as long
But
as they're
you're
not
going to be dead anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to. As
Right.
long as they're not dying, like they're a family. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Thanks, pups.
They'll do it.
You're a monster.
They okay, so you come back to life, full health points, like to the gills.
Nice.
And
Dun.
just as you come back to life, Randy stops and like it's like he's choking on air and he looks at you and falls. Eyes are still wide open, but he's dead.
Oh my god.
And he's
Goodbye,
looking at
Joshy.
you. He's looking at you.
Yeah, let's call him by his real name, Joshy.
His name was Joshy. And the dogs, like, they pick up the other ones like a mother pup would pick up other dogs, and they run out of the castle.
And now, so it's now just the 2 wizards and me, right?
Yeah, correct. No, it's just one wizard.
wizard.
It's just the
Just
it's
Shredder.
just the super shredder.
I'm going to use the power of joy. I get this twice per session.
Uh-huh.
Turn mean people nice. You flirt and kiss them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm going to go flirt with Super Shredder.
What do you say, super shredder?
Great question. I don't. I don't. I just seductively walk
Mm-hmm.
to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then how tall is he? Like 20 feet?
Yeah. Like you come up to maybe his knee tops.
I do. And I wrap around his knee
Oh, yeah.
like a full. I'm trying to illustrate, but like my leg and my arm are wrapped around it entirely. And I just start nuzzling.
Okay.
Yep.
And he softens. And the metal falls off of him. And he shrinks back down to a normal size. He's still pretty gross. Like he's an old, gross wizard, right?
Is he, what races are they?
He would be one step up from. Did you ever see the movie In Bruges?
Yes.
Okay, so Colin Farrell's character in Bruges, that's what race he is. A guy who made some mistakes and is reluctant and sad about
human.
them. Well, I mean, was he? I mean, he killed a kid in that movie.
He's not elven, as I guess what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah, he's not an elf.
Okay, that's
not an elf.
that's where
Yeah.
that's where I needed
Yeah.
to get to.
Yeah.
In data points.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Nope. So he's corrupt. a human who's been corrupted.
But he's regular size now.
It's regular size, and he actually is like really loving this affection.
So in the moment, right, I will just say, I don't like to do this with the lights on, and then I will cast Good Night Party. Immediately cast the surrounding area into blackness, impossible to see except for elves, which I am. Sound is amplified by the loss of a sense. And it lasts either 3 hours or 30 minutes.
Okay, so they're in total darkness, and all you can hear is him going, just kissing at the air, trying to get back to those sweet, sweet lips.
I'm still.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We're still connected. We're still connected. One hand. He hears one hand go down.
Okay.
The other hand reaches for the Tiffany sword. Right into his heart or his neck.
It's not enough to kill him.
Such a Jon Snow thing to do.
It's not enough to kill him, but he is bleeding, and he is very sick at what's going on, still trying to kiss you.
Yep.
Interesting.
His blood is getting all over you now, like, right? Because it's blah, like that. And it feels like heavy. It feels like you're being covered in like a liquid metal, right? And so it's like weighing you down.
Okay. I'll still disengage.
Okay.
So we're still in total darkness.
Yep.
I'll take out another tooth and I'll throw it at him.
You don't want to like pop it in his mouth and shut his jaw or anything like that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So I'll like kiss him, right? He feels like the thing. And then he'll get a tooth in his mouth and I'll shove it down there with my tongue. I'll take one for the team. And then, yeah.
His head blows fucking sky high. He's dead.
Gross.
He is full on dead.
Nice.
Now, okay, you cast a spell, you slashed, you pulled a tooth. That's 3 rounds of action, if I'm not mistaken.
It
correct?
is.
Britta, you have 3 rounds of action to roll to see if you die during that time.
What do you want me to roll?
50%. It's 50%.
19.
Dead. You're gone. Patreon.com/JJMeetsWorld. You're still available to take people's dollars, and we appreciate that every
But
opportunity.
now it's a memorial fund.
But now it's a memorial fund.
Yeah.
Jason has come out victorious. Jason, as we wrap up this campaign, what would you like to do? The wizard is dead.
I am going to clean myself off. I'm going to do a nice burial for everybody.
Where are you going to bury him?
Pretty much right on the grounds. That's a lot of lifting and
It's like
digging.
it's like a nice hill, right?
It's nice.
When you come out of the castle, the other 2 kids are there.
Oh, okay. Where's Randy? Randy's still dead though?
Yeah, Randy's dead. Way
Okay.
dead.
Like, what do you mean the other 2 kids?
The other 2
Butterslide
children,
and-
Butterslide and Womandy, are there. And
I'll just tell them though, like that. Tell the village that you're safe, and then I will walk to the mushroom house, and hopefully find the dogs, and live the rest of my life in solitude.
snap. I'll be like, thank you for getting us away from this curse.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
End credits.
Yeah. And so the kids walk off, you bury everyone.
Yeah.
And the one thing that is left there though are the 4 amulets are on the ground. Back in their physical state again.
I'll pick them up.
You can only pick one up.
But how was I able to
You could
carry
always
them
put them in
the
the bucket.
How was I able to carry them all in the bucket?
That's part of the thing, isn't it? You didn't know that they were in the bucket. Now that you know the power that each hold, you can take 1 amulet with you, or you can take no amulets with you.
I'm taking no amulets.
Leaving them there,
Yep.
and you're gonna bury your friends.
Actually, I'll bury each person with an amulet,
Okay.
and then
So you'll take their dead hand and force it around an amulet, let rigor mortis set in so that it is holding the
course.
amulet, and then bury them. So they're each getting buried with their amulet. Are you burying Randy with an amulet?
Of course.
Okay, and then you're taking the last one.
No, I'm just going to leave that last one there.
Okay.
Start a new mystery. Because I
Okay.
don't want to deal with this anymore. I had
Okay.
to make out with the dead wizard while all my friends died, and I lost 2 dogs and
You-
killed a man.
Sounds like a great
I killed
Saturday
a blind
night.
man.
You get to the mushroom house, and inside of the mushroom house are 2 dogs, and it's weird because they're not part of the pups of 6. They're other dogs, but they look a lot like they feel a lot like people you may have known.
Did you just a dog's life me in this situation? I like it.
Just
I
you
like
know,
it.
they really seem like good people that you knew.
I'll name one Brent,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll name the other one Patty.
Good move. And now the credits roll. Thank you for adventuring. This has been another Dungeons and Dragons episode of JJ Meets World, where it turns out everyone almost pretty much died, except for Jason. And really, in all honesty, that dog thing was a good call, Phil. Because I was like,
What about the dogs?
because this whole land was going to just be taken over by an evil wizard.
But we got to wrap up this loose end because I still don't know what the power of the dogs were.
So the dogs were like the elders who originally like had formed this place. It was like their spirits went into these dogs, the pups of 6. And so it's like a dog's life for them. When they die, they get reincarnated. And Kevin Kennedy had been in charge of like rearing these pups over and over and over again, waiting for someone who's worthy enough to need their assistance.
Got
and
it.
help. Yeah.
And you were worthy enough.
Side note, you also could have had an army of minifigs.
Yeah, I know, but Phil decided
Yep.
to get naked.
He was going to be all naked.
I mean, we could have kept going, and I could have died.
Should have. I mean, in hindsight, like
Yeah.
you died anyways a
True.
bunch of times.
Also, side note, every time that the wizard split, his hit points went down. So you could have cast a multiplicity on him and like split him into a ton of like easy to take out little pieces. But, you know, that was a long shot if you were going to do
That's
that.
right. Would my thumb, the regular saxophone, done anything?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been that like, what was that saxophone thing that everyone was Yeah. So there you go. Thank you very much for playing JJ Meets World D&D session. This has been a lot of fun. Next time somebody else can DM. And I hope it's as messed up as this one was. Also, side note, none of these people are based in reality except for their names.
Sure.
A huge thanks to Natalie Deutsch of Hatch Realty for sponsoring this podcast. Folks, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, contact Natalie Deutsch today because Natalie Deutsch is not only a previous podcast guest, she's somebody who's going to care enough to sell your property for top dollar. She's also going to find you the best price possible if you're purchasing a new home. Last year on average, Natalie earned her clients $4,000 over list price on their homes and sold them faster than the market average. On average, Natalie's selling a home every 3.74 days. That's 2 homes a week. Those numbers don't lie. Find out why Natalie is one of the top agents in this entire market. Get a hold of her today, Natalie at hatchrealtyfm.com. You can also call 701-388-9338 or go on to livefargomorehead.com. That's livefargomorehead.com. Read all of her amazing reviews, and then listen to her episode of JJ Meets World. Thanks again to Natalie Deutsch of Hatch Realty. That's going to wrap it up for today's show. If you enjoyed this episode of JJ Meets World and would like to help us continue to produce 2 new episodes every week, you can donate to our Patreon. Check out patreon.com/JJ Meets World and donate today. Even as little as $1 a month can go a long way. Visit our website at www.jjmeetsworld.com or hit up our social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the sites the kids are using these days. If you'd like to stay up to date on new episodes of JJ Meets World, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever you consume the podcast that you love. JJ Meets World is produced every week by Tucker Lucas. You can find out more about Tucker's work by checking out www.moonbasemaria.com. If you want to get in touch with your host with the most, go to linebenders.com, and you can find direct contact info for JJ. Also, none of these characters asked if they could go to McDonald's. And McDonald's would have had instant hit points.